Okay, so here is our emerging from the earth practice. We're in spring. So we want to start moving our ligaments, our tendons, so we can then go in the early summer as the weather starts to warm up, we can start adding a little bit more muscle mass to our body. And you need muscle mass because muscle holds proteins also. And you need that muscle mass as you go into the colder months. So that's the cycle of all this stuff. What's what I love about this practice is working with the seasonal protocol. Every season brings a new message for us on our different levels, on our body level, our mind level, our spiritual level, or energetic level. And each season controls the next season. It's the same thing with your organs. We have 5 major organs, 5 elements. 5 is a magic number in Chinese traditional medicine. They work with the elements. In Chinese traditional medicine, there are 5 seasons. They break down the summer from early summer to late summer. And there's good reason for that. There is a big difference between early summer and late summer. So that's why we work with 5 seasons. So this season is starting to work with the ligaments and the tendons. We're starting to emerge from the earth like animals do. They start coming out of their hibernation. They're not going to, run out. They slowly start to come out. And that's what we're doing. We're slowly emerging. We're going to slowly start stretching the body. And starting with some rotations, just a great place to start. Some sort of movement for your day. Now let's come forward, drop your head into your neck, shake out the head of the neck. Head of the neck is kind of crumped up from your pillows, not sleeping right, tension. Relax your arms, maybe shake them out. I also like to make them heavy and just let the arms swing in a circle maybe. You can even go from side to side. This is a great, as long as your back doesn't hurt, to come forward a little bit. Now, a lot of the stuff you can also do in a chair. Just to let you know, if you're not feeling well, if you're going through some illness, you're coming out of something, you don't have to stand. Standing might be too much even, but you can do it in a chair and you can do it slowly in little micro movements. Anything is better than nothing. Unless you have a high fever, then you probably would not want to move very much. But again, this stuff is all really good. You can also do the sitting. So now here's my twist. Love this movement. I always was a big fan of the twist, that dance that we all used to do. But this is you're moving your belt. It's called the belt vessel. And this is just a nice, easy way to get this kind of movement in your body. So I talk about moving your body in many different directions. It's really important because if you're always using your body in one way, the other muscles and ligaments go dormant. So you want to think of movement during your day as in different directions of movement. So we're starting to get ready for the day. Let's come into start with our mountain. Let's align ourselves. Why is this so important? Because I'm always catching myself when I'm doing it right now. I'm standing here and you can see my arch. I do it all the time. I have to tuck that tailbone under for myself, engage, because I'm sway back. And there's a huge difference. If you start sway back and then start leaning forward, then it's all the weight forward on the body. There's a big load happens on the back of the low spine. But as soon as I tuck the tailbone under, as soon as I engage my legs by pressing my feet away from each other, it's like I'm gripping into the earth, into the dirt. It activates my arches to lift up, and you'll feel this when you're doing this. You're moving the feet away from each other like you're spreading your mat between your feet. And then it'll activate this whole inner core from the arches of your feet all the way up to where all your abdominal muscles all come in here. They come from the side, they come up and down. And then you're engaging that, which will protect any kind of discomfort from the low back. And let's lift our shoulders up and slide the shoulder blades down, slide the shoulder blades down to your spine. Let's drop the head forward and start to feel a little bit of a pull on the back of the neck. The focus here is the neck. If you're feeling pull when you're doing this anywhere else, that's a cue that something's tight in the spine, and maybe it's your low back or your mid back. But this is just a way to start waking up the neck. Just let it be heavy forward. Now we're going to take our left ear to our left shoulder as you start to feel this opening in the side of the neck. We're working the gallbladder meridian this time of year, and it travels, that meridian travels down the side of your body all the way down to your fourth toe. Now look at your left shoulder, and that's kind of a different stretch of the neck. And then lift your chin up, and now you're going to get more of the front of the neck. And just feel that difference. Now lift your chin up a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and then bring it all the way up to the center. Open up the mouth a few times, and then bring your head back to center. Let's take the head over to our right, opening up the side of the left side of the neck. Take a few breaths as you start stretching this. Then looking down at your right shoulder. Different angle of that neck. I have a really long neck, so you should be able to see my neck. So you could feel those muscles. There's so many of these muscles that attach to your shoulder, and your clavicle component holds up your neck. And then bring your chin up. So now I'm getting more of the front of the neck, side front of the neck, and then lift it all the way up. So I love this movement with the chin. So you follow your chin. It's a safer way to move the neck, because sometimes bringing the head too far back actually compresses the cervical vertebrae too much, and we're trying to avoid that. And then lift that chin up, and then bring it right back on to your neck, and noticing how that's feeling. Let's start to root down. Let's start to connect with this earth energy. Fingertips are like antennas into the earth. We're going to draw up the earth energy from the palms of our hands, flip the hands up, bring the arms up overhead. Let's start with a big yawn, coming onto the toes. Drop your heels, tuck that tailbone under, and then you exhale and you release. So we're going to start a little bit of pumping action. We're going to start to create a little bit of heat in our body safely. So we safely start to wake up the system. There's not anything too aggressive yet, but yet we're creating some heat. We're bringing heat to the surface of the skin. We're getting some pumping action here. Now, you don't have to come all the way onto your toes if you don't want to, but you still want to rock forward and back on the feet, right? That activity of coming forward on the ball mounts of the feet and shifting into your heels. So you're activating that kidney meridian at the bottom of the foot, your wellspring of your body, and the heels are part of that bladder meridian. So we're activating that wellspring of our body, and we're starting to connect with our breathing. Remember, you're exhaling as you compress. You inhale as you draw up. We're emerging like that picture, emerging from the earth. And we exhale, we release down, compression. Try not to collapse your knees. Remember, keep those legs still very, very active. And then one more, you exhale. Now we're going to do directional movement. As we inhale, you look over to your right. Bring your arms up overhead. As you exhale, look over to your left. And then again, inhale, both arms come up. As you exhale, bringing your left arm behind you, your right arm in front of you, and you turn to look over to the back direction. Inhale, back to center, and then switch it. Look at that and back. So take your environment and see what's all around you. This time you're going to inhale, look up. And as you exhale, looking at your fingers, start to draw the hands down, staying in that mountain, finding your grounding. We're grounding down. We're grounding down so we feel stable and secure. So I did this yesterday outside. It was a beautiful day. You can get outside if it's warm enough. Just stand on the earth, connect to the earth, connect to the trees. I know that sounds wooey, but it's such a beautiful feeling. Let's start our shaking the 9 gates. This is monkeys washing the fruit. Move your wrist around, getting some circulation to your joints, move those elbows around, move the shoulders around, and then starting out in a little bit of a bounce. Be careful of what you're doing with your knees, with your legs, you're in alignment, and we're shaking. If you want to use sound, if you're feeling some anxiety this morning, you can inhale and let it out. Sometimes we wake up with anxiety, we don't even know why. I know I do. So it does happen. You don't want to start your day that way. It's not a good day, not a good way to start the day. It's going to happen. We're going to have anxiety. We're going to have stress. We want to move through it. Movement is really good to move through that because our body feels it. And then you can analyze it, if you want to, like, where's this coming from? And, the different layers of ourselves. But for now, let's get some circulation going. If you want to jump up and down on the heels to get the calf muscles pumping. And if you want to twist a little bit, twist from the belly button. Let the belly button guide you, and the rest of the body will follow. And you just go from side to side. Let the belly button guide you. You never knew your belly button would guide you in your life, right? It's such an interesting thing too, the belly button. I talk about the birthing of ourselves. We're connected to this umbilical cord with the mom and the mother, and we're being supported by the mother. The mother's nurturing us, feeding us, we're breathing through the mom. Then you're born and you're cut. That cord is cut, and you're on your own to breathe. It's like, oh, no, here I am. And that's when you want to think about your breathing. It's a new breath, it's a new day. I think that's a song. It's a new day, it's a new breath. I don't know, we can make one up. But anyway, your breath, breathing like a baby, full, deep. No stress to the body. We want to be pink, plump, and moist. So that's what we're doing. Age is drying out. Aging is about drying out. We've got to bring circulation, hydration to our body so we don't dry out. And you can tell people who have a lot of spark to their eyes. My neighbor's 94, she's got this twinkle in her eye, and she walks with a walker, but she's got a lot of, you can see the energy in her body. It's evident. And then stop. Can you feel this pulsating? Can you feel some vibration? Let's start getting some energy, we start cultivating our hands, and then feeling that energy between the palms. Let's inhale through the nose, expand the breath in your body. As you exhale, you shift into the heels, compress. We'll do primal breath for this one. Inhaling through the nose. Bring that prana into your body. Exhale, compress it out. Letting all the toxins out. Inhaling, full deep breath through the nose. It's great for your cell production. As you exhale, you're releasing 70% of your toxins. That's a lot. 70% of toxins are released through the exhalation of your breath. We tend not to exhale enough. Blow it out, blow the toxins out. Inhaling, full deep breath, full deep breath, full deep breath into the whole system. The whole body's breathing and expanding with this breath. Exhaling, we're going to compress. Let's go right into proprioceptors.